One of the hardest things for me after leaving the domestic violence situation was starting over and figuring out who I was and not losing myself in that starting over. I realized that I wrapped my identity up in my relationships with other people, friends, family, lovers, whatever the case is. And that could be problematic for a number of reasons. One of which, they didn't want that weight of my happiness and of my sanity. They didn't ask for that. They just wanted a relationship with me. They didn't need that extra burden of my well-being being contingent on my relationship with them. So I had to figure out how to start over after leaving domestic violence without losing myself. And it was the small steps that I took. I bought my own couch, the colors that I wanted. It took a long time for me to figure out what color that was. Happens to be the color of my wall, actually. I thought I wanted a red couch and realized that somebody else in my life loves red, but I don't love red. I don't dislike red. I'm more of a blue girl. Had to make sure that the aqua color couch I liked was for me. And honestly, I went through this whole thing of like, oh my gosh, is he gonna approve of this couch? Is he gonna accept it? And I realized it doesn't matter because he wasn't there anymore. And I had to find myself. And I had to find my voice. And I had to find my preferences. And it took a long time. It took a long time for me to find myself again, or maybe even find myself for the first time as an adult without having somebody else influence that. Friends, family, lovers, coworkers, whatever. I had to search deep in myself to figure out who I am, who I was, who I want to be. It's hard work, but it's definitely worth it because now I'm in this beautiful, healthy relationship and my happiness isn't dependent on that. My happiness comes from within, and my husband is just an amazing addition to that happiness. But he doesn't determine my mood. He doesn't have to carry that weight for me, and it's freeing for our relationship. And the people that are closest to me don't have to carry that weight. If one of my closest friends is having a bad day, I'm not going to have a bad day because they are. I can be empathetic to them, absolutely. And I can help them. But it's the same in the reverse, right? Just because I'm having a bad day doesn't mean that my closest circle is just going to be determined to have a bad day. So yeah, starting over, finding yourself again, it's definitely freeing. It's definitely hard work. And you're definitely worth it.